Hey guys, today we're going to do the oil change on a 2015 Honda Civic EX. Today we're actually going to go with a full synthetic oil, 020. This vehicle's got about 30,000 miles in it. And I'm also going to go with a long life Wix filter to help it accommodate the oil as well. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to come under the hood and we have to remove the cap for the oil or loosen it, okay? And then the next thing we're going to have to do is come and actually loosen the dipstick as well. That way the oil can actually, gravity fed, just go down the drain hole. The next thing we're gonna wanna do is come underneath the car, right on the cross member, right in the center, jack up the car, and then also we're gonna carefully place it on these jack stands for safety, okay? And then just remove the jack. Okay, so once we move the jack out of the way, now we have to come underneath the car and we have to remove this skid plate. Super easy to remove. It's just 4 simple Phillips screwdrivers to take off. One of them is gonna be in the front, driver's side. One of them is gonna be a little bit towards the rear. And then there's gonna be another one on the passenger side. And then there's gonna be another one in the front, which I just removed right now. So all we have to do is remove 4 of those with a regular Phillips screwdriver, and that should be good to go. We should be able to access the filter and the drain plug. So now once we remove this, it's really easy. All we have to do is just slide this back and the plate comes off. So now if you look underneath, this plug right here, this is gonna be the actual drain plug we have to remove to drain the oil. And the filter is right here. Very, very easy to have access to. And it's really easy to take out with a tool or just simply by hand. Now to remove the drain plug, all we're gonna need is a 17mm socket and ratchet, or you could use a wrench. It's pretty easy to remove. So we have to wait until the oil completely comes out. Make sure you have a large enough pan to catch the oil. So as we wait for the oil to completely drain out, obviously my oil is a little dirty. That's the reason why I'm gonna be going with a synthetic oil. It gives us a little bit more mileage. We're able to drive a little bit more and not have to be worrying about changing oil so often. Plus it's gonna give your engine a little bit more lasting lifetime. So then as the oil completely drains out, okay, we're gonna come right over here to the filter. It's pretty easy to access, right towards the front of the engine. And all we gotta do is these don't go tight, tighten with tools, they just come loosely out with your hands. So the same way that we take it out, we should be able to put it back in the exact same way. So make sure you have your drip pan so that it lands right underneath it, and then remove the filter. So obviously now the oil completely drained out, but it made a little bit of a mess. So all we can do is just grab a rag, paper towel, and just start cleaning everything up. the drain plug back in. So now once the drain plug is in, we can get our oil filter, okay? Get a little bit of oil and just rub it around the rim. Put it all around the gasket. Make sure that it creates a good seal and that it keeps it lubricated. That way it doesn't stick to the metal, okay? And all we do is just put it back. And it should just go in hand tight, okay? And now we grab our ratchet and we just tighten up our drain plug. That should be it. Now all we got to do is just completely remove the cap, because now this is where we're going to put our oil. Now we got our funnel. Make sure that we clean it, that it doesn't have any dust, and just put it right where you remove the cap from, and then just fill it. So for a Honda Civic EX, the engine that I have in my car, it's going to vary car to car, but I have a 1.8, so it's a pretty small motor, and the capacity on this is from 3.6 to 3.8 quarts. So just a little under 4 quarts should do the trick. So after I put in the oil, I actually came down here and I made sure that everything was tightened the way that it was supposed to be. Holding the phone, it obviously kept me from being able to tighten it how it was. But now the next step is we actually have to put on the skid plate and secure it. So down towards the back, there's a couple of little clips that actually need to lock in right there in the back. And this actually, the front part needs to actually slide in. And there, once everything is in and secure, all we gotta do is we just gotta come back, make sure everything is aligned. And then just put the screws back in. All 4 screws back in the initial holes. And then after that, we're just gonna tighten with a screwdriver. Okay, so now the car is back down on all 4 wheels. It's no longer on the jack stands. That way the car is level, and you could actually get a good reading on the oil. You know what? Just so you know, if you spill a little bit of oil down in the garage floor or whatnot, pretty easy fix. Just wipe it up real quick, and a little bit of gasoline and a little terry cloth. Just scrub it away. We'll take it right off. Any little drips. Obviously, I dripped a little bit of oil when I removed the filter. For some reason, I had a lot of oil built up this time, and dripped a little bit. Easy clean up though. Now that we're back here though, all we're gonna do is we're just gonna make sure that our oil level is where it's supposed to be. So looking at my dipstick, it actually looks like it's right above the fill level. But now just by firing up the motor, just getting a little bit of the oil circulating and getting it in the filter is actually gonna fix that up. And if we need a little bit more, oh, this bad boy's next. If we need a little bit of oil, we'll just go ahead and do that at that point. Get the oil circulating for just a little bit. Obviously, I was over by a few miles. Glad I did it here today. So, shut off the motor. Let's go check this bad boy out now. We're good. Put it back in. Remove the funnel. Put the cap back on. Make sure everything is on. Now let's go inside and reset the sensor. Okay, so lastly, now we just got to reset the sensor. Okay, so we got to come to our controls here on the steering wheel, and we just got to look over at the little screen here, and we want to go to menu. Okay, we're going to go to vehicle information. We're going to go to maintenance info. We're going to go to engine oil. Would you like to reset in maintenance information today? Yes. Okay, cool. So now it's been reset. Oil life is at 100%. My little indicator is off, and we're good to go. Thanks for watching.